There is something special about a car garage. It is not just a place with tools or the walls or a car sitting there on jack stands. It's where late nights turn into early mornings, where we bust knuckles, tell stories, and where every bolt tight brings a machine back to life. For some people, it's just a garage, but for us, it's a workshop, classroom, and sometimes even an escape from the world. Is where ideas become builds, and where mistakes turn into lessons, and where the passion for cars never sleeps. Because being a car guy is just about driving. It's about building, fixing, learning, and chasing the next upgrade.
With open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel.
But the dream doesn't stop with the vehicle. It grows with the garage. The tools on the walls, the cabinets going up.
While you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Fresh floors, the pressure washer ready for a long day of wrenching. Every project, every upgrade, every late night in this garage is a part of a building something bigger. Not just a car, not just a truck, the dream garage. Because a real car guy doesn't just build the machine, he builds a space around it. So if you love trucks, cars, tools, late nights in the garage, you're in the right place. So let's get that update. So I have a bunch of updates to do, and let's get to work. It's almost that time of the year that it's gonna be nice outside. Actually, today it's a really nice day, but we need to get a lot of stuff done. So the garage is pretty done, if you will. Just apologize because I'm in the middle of a project with the Corvette. Not sure if you already saw the video or the video is coming out. So I cannot move the car around because the car, it's all apart in the interior. But we need to get other stuff garage related. And here it's what we're gonna start with, right? The first thing I want to do is where to mount this Giraffe 2 vacuum. This is not a sponsorship at all. This was a gift from my friend Jill. Thank you, Jill, so much. If you are watching this, huge thank you. There's a couple things that's different here, but hey, if it's a gift, you just take it, and I'm very grateful for my friends. But now you're gonna ask why you are adding this, what do you use it? So nowadays, what I'm using, as funny as this looks, it's my wife's Dyson. It's over here. So that's the Dyson, we use it. Of course, I bought her a different Dyson, but this one has been on our basement. You know, my kid plays a lot on the basement, so this one stays there. And I ended up using the garage to do the floors, to do the cars, any car I need to do, because the fact that there's battery. But again, it's not a shop vac. It's not made for this. I also have a shop vac. My shop vac I use for like really heavy stuff, and then I have to put the cable out. You guys know the drill. So with the Giraffe 2 one, my goal is to mount on the wall, and then we have a hose reel like I have on the pressure washer right there, right? To make my life easier. So the first step we need to do is where I'm gonna mount it, which I have a rough idea. So let's unbox this thing, and we go from there. wall I have drywall, it's my back wall. This one you can see it's a sand block. So I have to always work with washers or anchors to make sure that whatever I'm put on the wall, it's really in there. Overall, the template is very helpful, but you also need to make sure that even with the template, there's room for error. So what I did, I followed the template, but then you gotta keep the two brackets in between 6.5 inches. That's just to make it easier. Again, the template can, move a little bit to the side. Just use as your reference, and then you make sure that you have 6.5 inches apart of each one, and that should be spot on. I use the same strategy to put the accessory plate on. Anchors, good to go, drill, and so on and so forth. And then this is just so you put the handle, the wand, whatever you want to call that, here. But then you have to put a couple of screws that comes with the kit. 4 of these right there. 4 more on top. All right. Thinking my flag will be on the way. Well, let's see. Let's do this here. All right, step 1 complete. Vacuum is installed. To be honest, just because my walls are sand block, it's harder. But if you have drywall, there should be a breeze. I use anchors and it was fine, but I managed to put it. The brackets instruction, it's in the ish, right? They are not perfect, but they can get you there. Just go with your DIY skills. That's what I would say. But so far, everything is working. We should have suction. I'll leave you guys here so we can see it. My garage, it's 20 something feet, so it should be planned to get me through everywhere. So yeah, I can't even go outside and vacuum stuff. The only thing is, mine doesn't have the remote control, which it is what it is. Maybe I can add later, but it's working. Suction. We're good to go. All right, next one. Let's take care of the pressure washer. This is my pressure washer setup, and if you guys are familiar, I did this entire by myself, and so far has been 3 years, no issues at all. I love this thing though. Washing cars became so much better. It has been 3 years that I didn't change my filters for my DI spot free, which basically does that take all the contamination, all the minerals out of your water. I have really hard water here in my house, which it's really tough when you're washing cars because that put water spots, and also it just make harder overall, like your foam doesn't get great and so on and so forth. So as you can see here, these are my filters, and as you can see, they're kind of brownish, and I'm gonna replace just the filter which you put inside of this, and that should be it. So once we do this, let's test the TDS. I have a TDS meter here that I normally check, but as I can tell by washing the cars that this has not been doing his job, because you can see how bad it is. I never changed this, so we're gonna try now. So this comes with the filter system, which I'm gonna leave the link below. Also, I'm gonna leave a link for everything if you wanna put a pressure washer like this. And then you just turn, and that should come off. Let me just make sure that there's no water going. It's gonna be messy because there's water in it. There we go. There you go. So basically, what we are changing is this. Look at this, how it is, right? So this is going out, and then we're gonna clean it up, all this on the bottom. So let me take the other one out. I don't know why this one specific has something at the bottom, as you can see. It looks like the filter itself was leaking. Not sure if you can see. Was leaking down there, so put all this stuff inside of it. When I was putting this together, they said you should change every, I don't know how many washes, but to be honest, I don't wash the cars very often. Like if I was a body, you know, if it was a detail shop, which I do details on the side, but it's not as much. Maybe it would be worth to do it. But this lasts me 3 years. The new, the old. So let's put this one back together. And let's test the TDS. To put it back is very simple. Just screw. This system is so nice though. It's so simple to use. So as I said, so far, this pressure washer system has been bulletproof. I have been washing cars, I have been doing stuff around the house, and so far, zero issue. Well, I had one small issue, which was with the pressure washer. For some reason, it didn't stop when you let go the trigger. So I reached out to Active, and they sent me a troubleshoot procedure. That was the only issue I had with this. So let's see how is our TDS regular water without the filters, right? As you can see, there's no water going through the filters. And let's measure. I'll bring it close to you guys. So basically you take this and you put on the, all right. So without the filters, not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see, that reads 321. Now I'm gonna throw this water away. I'm gonna clean this and we're gonna put water, but using the filters. So what I do to use the filters is I shut down this valve here. So this is open, this is closed, and I open those. You see water going through the filters? Now they are full of water. Not sure how much you can see, but now they are full of water. Let's get some water in it. As you can see, there's water flowing through it, the filters. There's some bubbles because probably it's getting the air out. You don't need to measure though. I measured just for the sake of it. 32. So I'm quite sure my bucket is not as clean. So 32, it's pretty clean water though. You can tell that the filters are doing their job. And I remember with the other ones, I got back to zero, like was literally zero. With the other ones when they were running like full. So I think there's stuff in the system. So once that cleaned up, but I feel way better washing the cars with this one, right? All right, as you can see here, this is my shelf. I use the Prisol Obsessed Garage bottles. And a lot of people ask me like, hey, it's that worth it? Bro, I love it to have this thing here like ready to go. I went with cheap shelves from Amazon. And I keep like main things that I need to do the car, right? Like, yeah, this is tire dressing. Then I have dry aid when I'm washing the car. Those are the main things. Then I have interior cleaning, and this is waterless wash. Like if I go out with my car, you guys know my car is wrapped. So if I go out with the car, I really like to take care of the wrap because the wrap is very sensitive. It's white, so it gets like brownish. So I try to take care of that very, very easy. And sometimes I use waterless wash if I don't have time to wash with my entire pressure washer setup, right? And this is just an all-purpose cleaner. But I had a chance to go to the Obsessed Garage headquarters. and I ended up buying more bottles, which are the black bottles with the stainless steel tip. As you can see, those are stainless steel. Those ones, I think they were the first ones the Obsessed Garage came out with. But they are pretty good. So far I don't have any issue. I don't put anything hard like brake buster or anything. It's just regular stuff. So I think it can hold very well. But I bought more stuff to put it here. And also to put it, I got new stickers. So let's do that. And then we go from there, right? So I'm gonna have glass cleaner because this is the hardest thing. Plastic stuff and iron remover. So I don't have space for 3 bottles here, but maybe I will squeeze one in the middle of those two just to break down. But I got 3 more. I think those are the things that I use like very well, and I think it just makes sense to have a bottle for it, right? I'm using the built chamber from Obsessed Garage. Since I was there, I try it, why not? So the only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna transfer from this bottle to that bottle. One of the hardest things from this bottom is to keep those labels in place. It seems that they made improvements on, but I don't know. So what I like to do is I like to take this out, right, and then I just try to eyeball it. I think these labels, they are better than the old ones. I don't know if you guys noticed, those are smaller than the ones that I have. This is a 500 milliliters, and the other one is 700. So it looks badass, right? I have this funnel here, which is very helpful. That's iron remover, boys. Alright, iron remover, and then whatever is left, I put on another cabinet, so I'll show you guys later. That's why I don't like those bottles though. They are pretty stinky. This I use more as a sealant than actually a cleaner, so I like to use this 303. So I'm gonna use that for now. And then I'm testing stuff, but this one it's pretty good though. At least for me. So when I have to do like revive the plastics, that's the one I go for. And the good thing about this is you can try as much stuff as you want it. You don't need to go crazy by, again, use whatever works for you, boys. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. But look at that. Nice. Nice. That's a $20 bottle right there. Now, what is the best way to organize? I don't know, to be honest. So something like this, I guess. Good to go, look at that. So this is basically my pressure washer bay, if you will. Now, let me organize everything and I'll give you guys a tour of the entire garage, right? Because I have been moving stuff around. So let me organize everything and then we're gonna do a tour. But the main things I wanna get done, I got done. And I'll show you guys everything that's going on, how I use the garage, and so on and so forth, right? That's my garage, and I'm gonna give you guys a tour just so I show everything. Again, if you want to watch the video when I put this together, I'll leave the link here. As always, it's a work in progress, right? Start from here, which is my wash bay, if you will, because I can either put a car here. You guys haven't seen, I haven't washed the car also in the garage, but this is like where the pressure washer stays, because then I have easy access to outside. So basically what I have, it's a Activate 2.0 on a Cox reel. You guys saw already the DI system. All the plumbing was custom made by me. So that's from Home Depot and Lowe's and everything in between. Foam cannons, I have like a foam cannons hanging here. This is the Grills foam cannon, which everybody says is the best. But to be honest though, this one here has been a game changer for me. It's from Amazon. I think I paid 20 bucks. This one's so good. I will show you guys when I'm doing my, maybe I'll do some washing talk and I'll show you guys. But this one, it's a game changer. Has the, the marks, so you can put your stuff. You can feel through here instead of taking this off. And it's stainless steel. I mean, I know we all wanna like expensive stuff, but this one, bro, this one works pretty well. So here I have my Eagle blower with the Obsessed Garage hub, which makes it smaller to do even stuff around the house, to be honest. And that's it. So my pressure washer, it's on 20 volts, dedicated 20 volts. Although you can see there's a cable running through there. The when we're gonna get there, I will explain to you guys. And here is just the product that you guys saw. Everything that I kind of use the most stays here, right? I try to be organized. The only thing about this shelf, you gotta keep cleaning as much as you can. I use my garage as a garage. I park the car, my wife's here all the time. The door is always open and closing, so get a lot of dust in here, so you just need to be clean. That applies for everything, right? Up here I have my buckets. Those are from Walmart. It's really cheap, so I probably need to get new ones because they broke very easy. And this one, it's my stool, which is the Power Built one. I got this one from Costco for 80 bucks though. That's why I bought it. I really want a Viper chair, but hey, this one for now gets the job done. The wheels roll very easy on the Swiss tracks, as you can see. And you have, I don't use that much though, but to wash my wheels, I sit on it. Even to work around the car, sometimes I sit on it. And you can lock the wheels, so it's pretty easy. This wall here, I just hang my quick jacks, nothing fancy there, just the quick jacks the way it is. I use the quick jacks a lot, especially when I'm working on small cars like the Corvette, when I had the C4, when I had the C5, so they're pretty handy. So the frames stay here all the time when they're not on the floor, but the motor, it's on my cabinets, which on this wall here, you're gonna ask why you have everything towards there. Because when I park a car here, the car almost touches that wall, so I have to have space on that wall, so it is what it is. So that's why I decided to put my black board here, which you guys see it's empty because I finished all my projects, but now I'm gonna start putting stuff together. This is, if you guys know Formula 1, Ayrton Senna, the best ever to drive. That was a gift from my brother. Here was a gift from my wife for Father's Day, me and my son. And here's my cabinet array, if you will. Those are Husky cabinets, even the middle one and the two uppers. The challenge here on my garage though, I need to get something that it's smaller. You see the space when the car is parked and how much room I have, so I have to be smart. See how close it is? Doesn't touch the car at all because I know exactly where to park. But I had to be very smart when I went to buy my cabinet array. So I went with Husky. I think that's the narrow you can get. That gets the job done though. I don't do too much stuff here, and yes, it's like, I do basically stuff here. I even have a light here if I need to do stuff and make brighter, so on. But I try not to do stuff here if I have to like use the vise. I have stuff on the back of my basement to do those kind of stuff, right? And here, I'm not gonna show you too much, just so the main stuff. Here's my power tools. Here's my camera and also my OBD reader, multimeter and stuff. That's where I store the motor for the quick jacks, which is sitting there. So that's where I normally put it. If I need to bring down, the hoses are there. And here's what I put like my extra. I normally buy the gallon, the detail stuff. So that's where I normally store those when you know, I still have stuff on the gallons to do. So here's my camera stuff. As I'm not recording that much, but I'm always recording, so I need my camera gear. And here's my helmet too. That's my helmet. So if you guys ask, that's my helmet. Haven't been on the track for a long time, but I have a helmet. And here is just a couple of stuff. You know, you guys know how that goes. Try to be as organized as possible, but I'm not. I can show you here, like, look at that. So I need to do something about this. The other ones are even worse. Here I'm using, like, those are my wrenches. I'm using this stuff from, I think my wife bought for me on Home Goods to divide. So it's the solution that I found the best now. So still, I need to get something better though. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Here, it's the wipes from Legit Street Cars. I love this stuff. Actually, I bought this to enter a giveaway, but it is what it is. And here's like, I have my my steamer, my extractor, and some detail stuff. Some stuff that I use on the car, WD, my oil stuff here, and my tools. I have a bunch of tools. They are on the case, so I try to keep here just to make clear, like if I need to pull it out, and then I use it, right? I try to work as much as I can with what I have. So I have those uppers here, which basically this is only detail stuff. As you can see, I have microfibers all over the place. Here's like, you know, compound, ceramic coat, everything stays here. And here is the products that I'm trying. When they are not on those bottles, they are here. So as you can see here, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm trying now. I love it, this stuff like the waterless. You see, I take from this, put in there because I'm always using glass cleaner and so on and so forth, all my shampoo and stuff. And here, this is like a service detail-ish cart. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the project of the Corvette. That's why everything is apart. The car is actually apart here. It's completely apart. So I use this like if I'm doing a project or if it's empty. Normally there's tools in here. See? The tools that I'm using, I normally put it here and then put it back. But yeah, this is very helpful. Like I also bought it from Costco for I think like 80 bucks, something like that. So here I have a couple of jack stands, and here is what you guys just saw. I install the vacuum, which stays here with my compressor. That's the Cobalt. It's a 25-gallon tank. As you can see here, it's holding pressure. This does the job for me. It's actually 26 gallons, sorry. Goes up to 150 psi, and it's not that loud. It's kind of quiet-ish compared with other stuff that it's out there. And that's on the hose on the rails. So this is from Tractor Supply. I think I pay like 120 bucks the reel with the hose. And then I have to do some cable management here, just put this away. And this is like my extension cord, which is from Amazon too. So everything that I have, I'll leave a link below. And here's just like stuff that or either somebody bought it for me. That was Gary. This I bought for myself. That was my wife that bought for me. And then, you know, but that's what it is. Like, again, what I try to stress about my garage, it's a 2-car garage, not big. It's like not an extra size 2-car garage. It's just a 2-car garage. Oh, and the floor is Swiss Trax. You guys know how much I love it. I did engine swap here. I did a bunch of things, and still looks, it's not clean though. I can see it's dirty, but you guys saw I was cleaning as much as I could. And it's just like, I work on the cars. It's not like I don't do anything, right? So other than that, it's just a regular 2-car garage that I try to take the most of it. My dream was to have a garage that I could put lifts on and so on and so forth. And then I realized if I wait too long, I'm missing stuff, right? So then I make the decision to work with what I have. That's when I decide to paint the ceiling, do the pressure washer. My wife was like, yeah, just do it. and then you're gonna see what you need on the long run. And that's exactly what I did. And to be honest, it was the best decision ever, because do I wish I had more room, like to put more cabinets, to walk around the car better? Yes, but I can get, man, I did an engine swap here, I do details, so I think I can do pretty much anything. Of course, if it's a truck, make it harder, but again, the goal is to work with what I have. And that's it, that's the tour of my garage. Let me know if you guys like it, if you guys, what you guys have, if you have any suggestions, what could be better. And pretty much if you watch my videos, you guys know how I use this stuff, right? That's the main goal, is to share with you guys that you don't need to wait to have your dream garage. You can make work. Again, a lot of people ask me this on Instagram, how do you keep your garage clean? So I basically I don't have a shed, but I have half of my basement stored, and then we keep a bunch of stuff, like my snowblower goes there, my mower goes there, and so on and so forth. So I try to keep clean, but it's not easy though. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. So you gotta work for it. I like to work on a clean environment. I actually took this video advantage because the parts that I put out the car now are done, then it can work. And I like to work on a clean environment, and also I like to have a clean garage. The winter is a little hard to keep clean, but I try my best to do it. And again, if you can do, even if you have one car garage, people wait for the max. Oh, one day I get my dream home and then the dream garage and so on. Don't do that. Like, just keep working, work with what you have, and then you keep adding, or you keep seeing your needs, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this upload. It has been 3 years. I think, you know, I thought about giving you guys the update of the stuff that I'm doing in the garage. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much. Leave your like. See you.